Well, hello again, friends. It's me, Mr. Proft, still sitting in my living room here in sunny Santa Monica, California. Just to review, piano, back door. There we go. We discussed that yesterday. Hey, you know what else we discussed a long time ago? I read you a story called Curious Sophia about a little girl who asked a lot of questions. Let's go back and visit that story again because it's going to tie into our activity today. Let me try to share my screen. Clickety-click, clickety-clack. And you should be seeing the text for Curious Sophia. Wonder if I can use my fancy new pointer. Oh no, am I gonna have to sign in? Mercy. Well, you know what? We're just gonna do this some other time. Sorry. Oh, wait, there it is. Boop. Boop. How much fun is this, watching me click different things? All right, there we go. My pointer working? Yay, pointer is working. All right, so meet Sophia. Sophia is a very curious young girl. She asks many questions about the world around her to anyone who will listen. Scroll down a little bit. Ooh, I can't scroll down. Beep, 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 beep. There we go. Nice. Why is the sky blue? She wonders. Why don't airplanes fall from the sky? She asks. Sophia loves learning. In addition to being very curious, she also likes to be prepared for anything that comes her way. Throughout her young life, she has used her curiosity and preparedness to do some pretty remarkable things. And next page. Beep, 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 beep. There she is. She's got a goldfish. Remember what this part was about? When Sophia was 4, she really wanted a pet goldfish. Her mom told her, "You need to learn about goldfish first. Then you can have your own pet goldfish." So Sophia's older brother read books to her. She looked at pictures and she talked to experts at the pet store to learn more about goldfish. The more she learned, the more curious she became. What else can I learn about fish? She wondered. Not only did Sophia learn about goldfish, she learned about all kinds of fish. Because when Sophia gets curious, she gets very curious. She learned about fish that live in lakes and fish that live in rivers and fish that live in the ocean too. When Sophia finally brought her goldfish home, she was very prepared to care for it because she had learned so much about fish. Cool. So she was curious about fish. So she did some research. She read books. She listened to experts at the pet store. An expert is somebody who knows a lot about something, right? Like a doctor is an expert on people who are sick, and a plumber is an expert about the pipes in your house. Well, she talked to people who were fish experts, and she learned about fish. Let's go over here. What was this part about? Let's see if we remember. When Sophia was 5, she really wanted to help take care of her baby sister. Her mom told her, "You need to learn about babies first. Then you can help take care of your baby sister." So Sophia's older brother read books to her. She looked at pictures. She talked to parents in the neighborhood to learn more about babies. The more she learned, the more curious she became. What else can I do to learn about babies? She wondered. So not only did Sophia learn about human babies, she learned about all kinds of animal babies. Because as you know, when Sophia gets curious, she gets very curious. She learned about puppies and kittens and even elephant babies too. When Sophia finally took care of her baby sister, she was very prepared to care for her because she had learned so much about babies. Here we go. Now Sophia is 6, just like a lot of you guys. She wants to do something that many children her age want to do. She wants to pick out the clothes she will wear for the day. Her mom told her, "You need to learn about the weather, Sophia. Then you can choose your own clothes for the day." Sophia wondered, how can I be prepared for any type of weather? And what is weather anyway? She'd heard of words like temperature and moisture and wind, but she doesn't know what they mean. She certainly has different types of clothes, but she just isn't sure what to use them. Let me try that one more time. She certainly has different types of clothing, but she just isn't sure when to use them. Sophia is so excited to learn about the weather, but she needs some help. Who can help her answer the question, what is weather and how can I be prepared for any type of weather? Are you up to the challenge to help Sophia learn about the weather so she can get prepared? I thought so. Let's get started. So that's how we began this whole crazy unit where we started learning about different kinds of weather. And over the last few weeks, we have learned a lot about the weather. We've learned a lot of weather facts. We've learned about things that we use to measure the weather, things like thermometers and wind vanes. So you know a lot about the weather. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to draw a picture and label it with words from our word wall. And you're going to tell Sophia some things that you've learned about the weather. You can pick whatever things they are. Just whatever you've learned about the weather. Maybe you learned that you have to wear certain clothes to be in the snow. Maybe you learned that a thermometer is what measures the temperature. Maybe you learned that there are wind storms called tornadoes. You know, you've learned a lot of stuff. Just grab a piece of paper and draw a picture that shows some of the stuff you learned, label it with words from our word wall, and then have a grown-up take a picture and send that to me or Miss Dano. So it is very similar to what we did yesterday. Yes, so you're going to tell me another thing that you learned about the weather. I think yesterday we picked one thing. Now you can pick a couple of things if you want. So you could draw one big picture or a bunch of tiny pictures, but you're going to demonstrate, you're going to show us some stuff that you've learned about the weather. If you can write a whole sentence, that would be great. If you just want to label it with words, also fine. Just do the best that you can. Take a picture and send it to us. Miss Dano and I cannot wait to take a look at those. Okay, you know what to do. Get to it. Prof out.